You have to be a little bit narcissistic to push the go live button. Something has to be wrong with you to think, oh, I have things to say and people need to see me say it. Or, oh, I'm so entertaining when I play video games or, you know, cook my dinner or whatever, or walk around the street. Other people are going to want to watch me do these things. Okay? You have to have something a little bit cooked about your brain to push the go live button. Okay? So anybody who does that, no matter how good of a person they are, fundamentally has a few narcissistic traits, okay? Without exception, every single person who pushes go live has that problem. Before we make fun of Tectone, Dr. Disrespect will join Rumble and provide exclusive content to Rumble Premium. This is my reaction.
Operating beat low, the two-time back-to-back, and now we smoking on your pad. Tell me how you is a dad, but you act like mini lad. Now you going on vacation, cause you trying to flee the nation. You was acting hella flagrant, you another desperation. With your wife got no relations, you done fucked up, got a face and sending whispers in your basement. Think your brain need a replacement. You done he a freak, he a what? He a freak, he a freaky ass streamer, he a Twitch whisper guy. Freaky ass streamer, he a Twitch whisper guy. Hey, run for your life. Hey. Okay, let me hear you say, Dr. D. Dr. D. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Dr. D. Dr. D. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, bitch.
Okay. Oh, no. That goes hard. So, I don't know if you guys know who Tectone is, but he's basically a streamer who, how do I put this? Trying to explain why Tectone has any viewers at all is pretty hard. Basically, there's, what are they? Gotcha games? Gotcha games? What are they called, chat? Gotcha games? Gotcha games? What I understand is they're like, they have anime girls in them, and they have basically loot boxes where you could get different outfits for the anime girls. Is that basically right? Like you're buying loot boxes for anime girl dresses. So lolly gambling. Okay. So of all the type of content that there is, it's probably kind of the most embarrassing content to make. It's like, hey, I want to lean into the most kind of embarrassing weeaboo content. Everybody will know that I'm, you know, it's uncomfortable. I'm not saying that all the games are bad or that liking anime is bad. It's just to be a 40-year-old bald man and be known for your gotcha games content. It's kind of embarrassing. It is what it is. Anyway, I think there was a new gotcha game that was really popular, was blowing up. He was like dropping a lot of money into it to open, you know, chests and packs or whatever the fuck they are. And I think he got like kind of an audience out of that, and there was some growth there. And OTK was kind of like expanding to more content. They were doing kind of a diversity, equity, and inclusion program. And so they were like, let's get a gotcha gamer in our, you know, in OTK. And so they signed him. And basically, ever since then, he has been a huge albatross around their necks. They've done everything they can to boost him. He's paid for... Listen, I don't want to make any speculations, right? So why do I give a shit? Well, because he tried to get me banned. With Dan Can't Stream, Tectone tried to get me banned, kind of joined into the Destiny brigading, and immediately, like basically the next day, his ex-girlfriend came out and accused him of SA.
Guys like crazy girls.
No,
see, the guys
think they like crazy girls.
That's right. See,
I think it's the same for girls.
Yes.
No, girls don't like crazy guys.
They like abusive guys.
Well, here's the difference, right? Is it like guys that have crazy girlfriends?
What's so funny? What happened? What's so funny? Oh, I'm sorry. I misspelled Tectone. Don't worry. Everybody will be misspelling his name in about 6 months. What? That laugh, by the way, just so you guys know I wasn't making fun of her, it's because she's extremely uncomfortable and it's a laugh of anxiety. Let's do that one more time.
Guys like crazy girls.
No.
See, the guys
think
that
they like crazy girls.
That's right. See,
I think it's the same for girls.
Yes.
no,
in some
girls
ways.
don't like crazy guys.
They
See,
like abusive guys.
Well, here's the difference, right? Is that like guys that have crazy girlfriends, you know, they get to
Guys like crazy girls.
Amidst sexual abuse allegations, Tectone sexually harasses another streamer.
Denims talks about you. Dude, I only watch Denims clips offline. Yeah, with my pants off. Yeah, I can't watch those on stream. Yeah, just shouldn't bother.
God, I wish I could speak freely. I wish I could speak freely. You guys have no idea what I know, but I wish I could speak freely, but I'm not. I'm holding back. Oh my God, I wish I could. I wish I was given free fucking reign. What a disgusting piece of shit, by the way. By the way, didn't Tectone claim he doesn't have an NDA?
Did you go over the part where Pink contradicted herself, where she said she paid rent and now she says she never paid rent? She never said that she never paid rent. She said that Tectone told her that since you don't pay rent, you have to pay me back in these other ways. And then we literally saw a video of him doing exactly
So it's
that.
fucking bullshit.
She never said that she never paid rent. She said that he said she never paid rent.
Also, I believe she actually paid him a lot of money to move, right? Like, didn't he admit that? Did he admit that she gave him a bunch of money to move when he broke up with her and then moved, or she broke up with him and then he moved in like a 22-year-old? I don't remember all the lore. I'm not a Tectone lore expert.
She never paid rent.
Is that the garbage has not been taken out in 7 fucking days. Okay? The garbage
Take it out yourself. What the fuck's wrong with you? What? I can't believe no one's taking out the trash.
has not been taken out in 7 fucking days. It's Pink's responsibility. And the reality is that she's in my fucking house role-playing as a fucking goth Hooters orderer, waitress. And honestly, it's really fucking annoying because the reality is she doesn't pay fucking rent. She's not doing her fucking responsibilities, and she needs to do her fucking job. Okay? Because the garbage is fucking everywhere. Okay? And it's her fucking turn. And
So, you know, the thing that she literally accused him of.
you took your shot at me because you thought I was going away. Yep. I think that was your best shot. I think you thought that I was going away. And I think that you should really be careful. Because I know about a thing that I think you don't think I know about. But people in this community tell me a lot of stuff, Zajeff. They do. And not just about you, about your friends too. Your friend. I would be very careful.
Okay, so I just pause this for a second. I guess he's saying that he will help protect somebody who's doing something really bad as long as he's also protected. Is that right? So he's basically doing blackmail of like, hey, keep secrets about me or else I'm going to reveal your secrets. That kind of sounds like something you would do if you had a lot of things that you were trying to keep secret that were illegal. You know, that kind of sounds a little bit like extortion, which is a crime. I don't know if you know that. When you threaten to release blackmail in order to get positive, you know, get someone to stop talking about you or saying something truthful about you, that's using threats, force. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. But this is the good news, chat.
Let me explain to you why I left OTK. Why I resigned from OTK. The reason why I resigned from OTK, why I did not I'm very tired. Why I did not renew my contract with OTK that expired on November 1st, 2024. The original contract was 2 years with an additional option to extend by an additional year, thusly completing my 3 years in OTK. And the reason why I chose to not renew with OTK is because it gave me a weakness. And I realize I really don't like having weaknesses. And that weakness is that I don't like how people can go after other people when I do some dumb shit. As a guy who does a lot of dumb shit, a lot, I don't like having to worry about other people and how my actions affect them when I do some dumb shit. At the end of the day, I'm always going to be a troll.
Okay, let me just say this. Listen, guys, he was self-sacrificing. He didn't want to be with one of the largest organizations on Twitch where he was going to get free promotions by like a whole bunch of big streamers and get invited to all sorts of big collaborations and get opportunities and get sponsorships and you know, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars. He didn't want that because he's just too much of a troll at heart, okay? He needs to fly his own, he needs to fly alone. He needs to soar like a hawk, you know, alone. He's not a seagull, or he's not a Canadian goose who flies in a formation. No, he needs to soar high. More like a vulture, really. Picking along the trash and the refuse and the roadkill, you know, eating the filth that is rotted on the side of the street. That's more his bag. Incredible.
I'm always going to be a rage baiter. And it is what it is. I would like to say, and I mean this genuinely, I think I might be one of the only few people left on Earth that actually likes OTK.
Top comment. Finally, we can watch OTK events on full volume again. Finally, we can watch OTK events full stop. People are typing W in the chat. I guess his fans wanted him to resign as well. His chat doesn't like OTK because most OTK chats, except Asmon's, don't like him. He talks about how serious fake allegations are and how they can affect people, but he's been calling other content creators pedos, etc. for years. Wow, this might actually make OTK events watchable. Rip Bozo, he will not be missed. He has to leave because having people close to him gives him a weakness. And I can't make this shit up. I think one of the, like, you know, narcissism is a horrible scourge on the planet. And one of those things that, like, legitimately causes harm to humanity. Like, if I could cure one disease with a snap of my fingers, it would be narcissism. Like, if I could just be like, boop, and delete narcissism from the human experience, that would be the disease that I would cure the most. Because without narcissism, we as a species could collaborate so much better, and we would come up with so many other cures to other diseases, and we would be such a better united species on so many different levels. Narcissism really is fucking crazy. Now, Tectone is really interesting because he's one of those people where, like, anybody as a streamer, including myself, is a narcissist, right? Or has narcissistic traits. You have to be a little bit narcissistic to push the go live button. Something has to be wrong with you to think, oh, I have things to say and people need to see me say it. Or, oh, I'm so entertaining when I play video games, or, you know, cook my dinner, or whatever, or walk around the street. Other people are going to want to watch me do these things. Okay? You have to have something a little bit cooked about your brain to push the go live button. Okay? So anybody who does that, no matter how good of a person they are, fundamentally has a few narcissistic traits, okay? Without exception, every single person who pushes go live has that problem. Okay, let's leave that aside. Then there's somebody like Tectone who mixes that horrible narcissistic brew with mid-wit status, where it's like he's narcissistic, but he's also he lacks self-awareness, but he also has sort of like the grandiose, like, self-regard. And you're just like, my dude, if you examined yourself objectively, just you laid it all out. Like, you talked about your academic performances, you talked about your wit, when you talked about your athletic ability, when you talk about your looks, like, if you just went down the line and just evaluated yourself, do you think you would get above a 5 in any possible category of human merit except grandiose self-regard? Like, is there any area where you would judge yourself above a 5? If you did, I want you to know you are wrong. Oh no, what is this?
Because this is the reason why people are going to think, oh, he's out of OTK because the allegations are true.
Okay, then why didn't you sign the renewal? Like, if the allegations are coming out and you're like, if I leave OTK, people are going to think OTK got rid of me because of the allegations. Why wouldn't you just stay with OTK then? It doesn't make any sense.
Tectone's probably like he's trying to work through and figure out like what he's going to do moving forward. I don't really want to make a lot of comments about the whole situation with him and Pink because obviously it's a very serious legal conversation that if the accusations are true, should follow jail time. Let's be honest. He says they're not true. She says they are. We'll see what happens. And so, yeah, it's really just that simple. And Steak and Eggs, though, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the I don't know what the future of the podcast is really going to be. I'll tell you that. And so, anyway, that Tectone's
spoiler: there is no future.
He says they're not true. She says they are. We'll see what happens. And so, yeah, it's really just that simple. And we get rid of Tectone. Maybe we can.
Rich Campbell was on their podcast. Chat, I think, Asmongold, you're having a hard time with your podcast host constantly being accused of rape. I think that might be more damaging to Twitch as a whole than somebody disagree with you on politics. I don't know. Just saying.
You can have Emmy talk for more than 2 minutes. Maybe it'll be 3 minutes then. And so, that's basically it. And, his contract was over. He's not renewing his contract. I talked with him about it, and it's just
amazing. Actually amazing. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no.
Things that
It's a rough 30, I guess.
I have never done. I have never cheated. And
Stop screaming.
And I have never placed anyone under an NDA.
Okay. If that's true, then I want Tectone to say publicly that he permanently and irrevocably releases anybody who he has any kind of non-confidentiality agreement with, or promise not to disparage, or promise not to speak. He will lift all NDAs irrevocably without need of consideration, and gives anyone who may be under those kind of restrictions free leave to speak openly about him. If he does not do this, he is lying. There's probably some sort of lawyerly dodge that he's doing under the advice of counsel that makes it sound like they're saying, oh, it's not an NDA, it's a non-disparagement, mutual non-disparagement, not an NDA. There's some sort of lawyerly dodge that he's doing. I want him to say that he releases everybody who may have such an agreement. If he does not do that, he is fucking lying. And I know he won't do that. Because if he did, the amount of evidence that would come out about him being abusive would be legion. So we all know that Tectone is not gonna do that. I guarantee it. You could clip this, you could post it on LSF. Tectone, if there is no civil or other binds on other people speaking out against you, I want you to say you unreservedly and irrevocably lift such restrictions, and you will waive all rights to sue. But I have a feeling, chat, he's not going to do that because he's guilty as fucking hell. The legal workaround for these statements, like I have no one under an NDA, is create an LLC with your name not as a lead and file and say said NDA through them. It's a classic move in Hollywood. Yeah, he should also publicly say all LLCs in which he has an ownership share. Any organizations, any corporations, any LLCs, anything that he has ownership in, control in, also releases those NDAs. Again, he's not going to do that because, chat, there's NDAs. Every single time Asmongold starts a podcast with his friends.
Hey, you know they got your mans. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. The nigga you be hanging with. Oh, yeah, sex offender. And it was your man. He was your boy. I heard you grew up with him. That's crazy, man. You ain't know what he was doing?
You don't
ain't
feel
bad at all? Like no guilt, none of that shit. Hey, you know they got your mans.
Oh, what a classic, dude. What a classic. Oh, yeah, the Speak Out Act is an act of Congress which prevents the enforcement of non-disclosure agreements and instances of sexual assault and harassment. Introduced by Kirsten Gillibrand of New York during the second session of the 117th Congress, the legislation was approved unanimously in the Senate. It was passed by the House 315 to 109. Wow, I wonder which party voted against this. In the full clip, he goes on to say the NDA accusation is stupid because he can't do that for a crime. Well, guess what? Guess what? There is harassment, there is mistreatment, there is abuse. And just because it hasn't been formally found to be criminal, it may chill the speech of the victim. You know what I mean? Like a victim might have to get counsel, might have to sue, might not feel like they have the money or the resources to fight against the NDA. They might be unsure exactly what falls into the NDA. So going like, oh yeah, you can't enforce NDAs against crimes. Well, what if there was just like a severe pattern of emotional abuse and threats and coercion that it may be questionable if it rises to the level of criminality? The NDA might apply in that situation, and the person might not know. So the only way for Tectone to truly be, to open himself up to claims that he doesn't have NDAs is to say he irretrievably and irrevocably revokes any NDA that may be applied to him, about him, or any organization that he owns, has partial ownership of, or controls. Give everyone the right to speak freely, no matter whether it's criminal or not. So, like, it's just... And by the way, saying I don't have any NDAs is not legally actionable. What am I going to do? Sue him for lying? Like, he could just lie about the existence of the NDAs. How are we supposed to find out? The only way he could truly prove it is to say he completely revokes any NDA that he is a part of or has any control of, or any organization that he's associated with has. That is the only way. And until he does that, until he puts it out in writing, I don't believe a word he fucking says. Wouldn't that be him admitting that an NDA exists, though? What is the opposite of his argument? If you don't have any NDA and you say, furthermore, to prove I don't have an NDA, to any hypothetical NDA or NDA that exists, I do this. I irrevocably terminate the NDA and give you complete right to speak out open freely. He would, if he doesn't have any NDAs, that won't matter. That would only matter if he actually does have any NDAs. He basically admits people put him under an NDA and says that means he could have not committed SA against anyone who put an NDA on him, which is idiotic. First of all, if somebody put him under an NDA, he still could have done shit to them. Just because, like, a victim doesn't mean innocent, okay? A person who's a victim in one hand can then go and commit crimes themselves, right? Like, and he could hold to his side of it too. He could say, I promise not to speak out about the bad things you did, but you can speak openly about what I did. If he's an innocent man, then he should be comfortable doing that. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? All right, Tectone is a fucking disgusting. Ugh. But all in all, chat, we do love to see it. Tectone removed from OTK's creators. Sear, Tips Out, Ms. Kiff, Soda Poppin', Will Neff, NP Lol, Asmongold, Emaru, Svant, and Extra Emily. Wow, I like most of the creators on here. All right, what the fuck is this? He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. This is fake, right? This is fake, right?
予報を見るから、現在の今いらっしゃるエリアのこの先の、ちょっとごめんなさい。 あれれれれれあれれれごめんなさいあここ隠してもダメなんだ
That must be fake, right? That's gotta be fake. That's gotta be fake. There's no way. There's no way. Oh yeah, one last thing from Tectone. Okay.
Extra Emily, I'll be real. I still have no idea if I know the real you or not. I'm going to just be real. I have no idea.
He does not. You do not. You do not know the real extra Emily. You do not. I think if I was a young woman and I was like, who should I let my guard down around? Who should I confide in? I think that Tectone would be pretty far down the list, don't you, Chad? You don't know the extra Emily. I would be surprised if she was in the same room with you without a bodyguard. Have you covered Hassan's 5 hearts under one roof political commentary yet? No, it's too powerfully cringe for me. It's too powerful.
You seem so nice and happy and bubbly on stream, and then we hang out in person and it's nice and bubbly, but I just can't believe that someone like Emily can fucking exist. Extra Emily, I'll be...
I think extra Emily is scary because she went to college at an Ivy League school for financial engineering. Everybody who goes to an Ivy League school for financial engineering has a level of cold-hearted ambition that scares me. Somebody who's like, I want to be on Wall Street so I can just make as much money as I can. That scares me. That scares me a little bit. Then why is she not helping fix the system? She has the tools. I mean, but in her defense, she quit to make fun videos with her friends. So I'm just saying though, keep an eye out. She admits it was for the money, but she claims she was only good at memorizing things. Nah, she was definitely just following what her parents wanted, then realized she's cool. That is so based. She didn't quit. They fired her when they found out she streams. Oh, did you see Emily dancing to Red Sun clip? No, I didn't. That will change my mind immediately. Send it over. That's the impression I get. Her parents seem really elite. Going to school at an Ivy League for financial engineering is definitely super villain shit.
Okay.
You don't like it?
No.
She didn't like it? Or she doesn't like the dress? She doesn't like the dress. Okay, good. Okay, good. She was dancing, okay? She just gained a lot of favor from me from that. God. Ugh. Sorry, I'm trying to close these. Where were we? What were we talking about? She's gonna do an IRL stream and walk past your house, never mention you, just to send a message. I could see that. I could see that. Like, I could say that, like, for me, when I, you know, listen, I don't know any extra Emily, there's no shade. I'm just saying that I think all of us deep in our souls have kind of a radar ping that kind of like is searching out for people that have a dark, mysterious side, you know? And I don't know why, but my radar just, whenever I see extra Emily, it's just like ping, ping. It's like a shark or something is like swimming in the water. You got to watch yourself. I'm not saying I know anything. I don't. I have no evidence. I'm just saying there's something deep